Good morning, everyone. Shira here. It's Sunday morning, and I'm a terrible vlogger. I've been vlogging since we crossed over into California on Friday. So basically, just to give a quick rundown on what has happened since then, I spent Shabbos in Los Angeles by my friend. We've been friends since like elementary school. We went to camp together. Sleepaway camp was a terrible experience, except for making a lot of friends who I'm still friends with today. And we had a really nice time. The community in Los Angeles are really nice and friendly and welcoming. And also a nice time catching up with my friend who I hadn't seen in probably like at least 6 years. Then Saturday night, we drove to Venice, which is another area in Los Angeles, where we're spending a couple of days until we leave on Tuesday morning. Kind of a funny story how I got in touch with these people. We were looking into hotels to stay in the area, and as you would expect, hotels in Los Angeles can be quite pricey. So I'm on this Facebook group and I asked people if they know of anyone who lives in LA who would be willing to host us for a couple of days, just for sleeping, not even for meals or anything else. And somebody replied that her mother is in charge of hospitality in the Venice Jewish community and I should get in touch with her. So I got in touch with her and she said, oh, that's no problem, you can come stay with us. So when we got here, she told us a funny story about how it came to be that we ended up staying by her and not by anybody else. Her daughter was traveling to Paris and London with her husband, also same kind of honeymoon type of thing. Couldn't afford to go spend, $200 a night in a hotel in Paris and London. This lady knows people in these communities and emailed everyone asking if they know anyone who could host her daughter and son-in-law for their trip. And people graciously opened their homes for her daughter. And as soon as she got places for her daughter to stay, I emailed this lady and she said, okay, this is a sign that I have to host these people, paying it forward and everything. So I thought that was a pretty great story. So yeah, they're really nice people and I'm glad we're staying by them. They gave us advice for the rest of our trip, 2 days in LA. We're doing some sightseeing. We're going to the Getty Center and then Griffith Observatory, hiking by the Hollywood sign. We were told that near the beach, where we were in Venice, it's very cloudy in the morning, and then closer to like the city, it's usually very sunny, even in the morning. Look at the border between the cloudiness and the sun. Okay, first stop is the Getty Center. Got our iPod personal guided tours and we're gonna start. Now we have this really nice view of LA from one of the buildings in the Getty Center. So nice, so pretty. So we've been here for about 2 hours, and while there's still so many more pieces of art to see, we have a lot to do today. So we're gonna go out for lunch now because we are really, really hungry. So we're taking a break for lunch in Pizza World. Okay, so I've been craving pizza since we got to California, but also I really want the Mexican food, which this restaurant has, and it has a good reputation for it. So I decided to compromise and get both. Do you see it, guys? That's the Hollywood sign right there in the distance. Our first glimpse of it as we're driving through this low-class neighborhood.
Sign. Look, a famous sign. So exciting. Shira, are you excited?
We're driving up to the Griffith Observatory now, where you get like the best view of the Hollywood sign. I think first we're going to go for about a 2-hour hike, which gets us right up to the letters, and then after that we'll go into the observatory.
I just want to note that we're going to hike to see the sign. It's kind of weird. So I prefer to look at it as a hike for like exercise. Because
the funny part is that on this trip we've done a lot of nature, if you haven't noticed by watching my vlogs, and finally now that we're actually in the city is when we're gonna actually hike, which is very lame. So we have started our 2-hour hike to the Hollywood sign. 2 hours round trip, so that's really not so bad. We have a beautiful view of LA and Hollywood from here and from here. And over there we have a really nice view of the Griffith Observatory, which I'll go to after our hike. We've been hiking for just 18 minutes and Hananel has already complained that we've been walking for too long. I think he got used to being in a car. Well, unfortunately for us, about a half an hour into our walk, we discovered that the trail that we're walking on doesn't go anywhere near the Hollywood sign. So the information I found online was wrong. So now we're gonna walk back to the Griffith Observatory, and from here we can't even see the Hollywood sign. We could only see the Hilly-Wad sign. This is basically the best view we're gonna get. Closer in real life, but it's hard to capture it in the camera, and also you can't see me because of the way the sun is. Now we're walking up to the Griffith Observatory. Now we're in the planetarium, and we're gonna go watch a planetarium show. Thanks again for watching! You can click here to watch my previous vlog, probably one of my best, so you might not want to miss out. Click on the squares below to either watch all my vlogs, check out my channel page, or subscribe to my channel to be the first to find out when I upload something new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Griffith Observatory and hiking.
Listen to me.
Oh my goodness!
800 meters, you have to leave the highway at the exit on the right.
So you're just going one exit.
You should go on this highway now. Just don't go too fast. It makes me nervous.